like I'm sure many of you, come across the statement that the tablets, that's what they're called, the tablets are replicas of the Ark of the Covenant. Now, in reality, for those of you who would have seen these processions, and I think even if you would not have visited it, you would have seen enough, whether it be on videos or documentaries, whatever the case is, to understand that the tablet itself it does not appear to be anything like the Ark of the Covenant that would have been even described biblically. With, of course, the staves. The staves are very important. The size of it, as I said, it's like the length of the emperor. So even though the emperor is a little man, you know, as they would say, it's not something to just carry on your head like that. And what you would see in the processions, you would see priests representing, I would see as different churches, carrying different tablets on their head, which is obviously, even though it's well covered and beautifully adorned, and, you know, it looks lovely, wonderful, I love it, you know, but so even though you do not see the tablet itself in the procession, it's obviously a flat thing, it's flat, it's not a big thing with angels and their wings stretching out, as how the Bible describes it. That's not what it is. And staves, or staves, if you want to use that pronunciation, that's not what it is. Just that's not what it is. So I'm just saying that. I'm not making an argument, you know. All I'm saying, is it correct to refer to them as replicas of the Ark? You're going to watch a documentary and see if you don't hear it sooner or later. Or go and read a book on it, the tablet. In fact, look it up, unless the language has changed. Because we've been studying these things for decades now, isn't it? Yeah. So maybe the language is a bit different now, but from my recollection, the tablet is a replica. You see it all the time. And I'm saying, if the Ark is the Ark, even though all the different variations are different, that's just people's, to some degree, interpretation of what they read. But if the dimensions are true, the tablet cannot really be a replica. All right, I do not want to belabor the point, but because I'm sure you got the point. So this is what I'm saying. Because some may say this, that the emperor is sitting before is one of them tablets. Well, that's the biggest, heaviest looking tablet. You know, that's look like a little car is under there and stuff. One of those little bumper cars that we used to drive in as children when the Coney Island Carnival used to come around here. I wonder if you know what I'm talking about. But anyway, yeah, it looks like a little doom buggy thing there. And if doom was the appropriate word, but one of those sand buggies. That's what it looks like. It looks big. It looks different. And I'm only saying that because obviously there are those that are questioning that, hey man, that ain't the real Ark. The Ark itself isn't even real. Boss, what are you talking about? You believe in Moses. Moses ain't real. Man, if Moses ain't real, the Ark ain't real. And if the Ark ain't real, that can't be the Ark in front of the king. Story done. Can you prove Moses is real? And as I said, family, in all due respect, there's a level of evolution that we really have to adapt right now. And that's why many of these programs have series. That's why we would have covered things with understanding and real diligent reasoning. We don't even just give you our opinion. We bring diverse opinions and subjects that we would have covered so that you could hear another angle. Maybe you don't pick that up, but that's what's going on. So that those who are genuinely seeking knowledge and the inspiration would get it. That's why it's important to, enter any classroom. Some classrooms are harsh, but it's all right. You don't have to get harsh. That's why if you want to learn the subject, enter any classroom with a calm meditation and an open mind. Good. Now, and I'm not saying to be abused by anyone, eh? Oh, good. But some teachings may not come as smooth as you should accept it because it's going to benefit yourself. So as far as Moses now and the creation of the Ark of the Covenant, as we said before, you have different arks, but they all intertwine. I'm talking about in the sense of the symbolic realms, yet still the physical realms, because the Ark of Corinth, that's why this is an ark. Now listen to me good. The reason why Moses was put in an ark was because Moses is God in flesh. Remember the ark, listen good, eh? Remember the ark itself represents God, according to the scripture. So God comes down in the glowing light, the Shekinah, and speaks to the congregation, to Moses and Aaron more so in this situation here when they come into the tent, because not everybody can come around. Maybe they hear it speaking from outside, but you understand. So this is where God dwells. Now I'm showing you that before we get to Moses, Noah built an ark. Yes, the story is that there was an old man, more than likely desert, shepherd the full works, and it never rained on the earth, which is a conversation more for, you know, a climatic conversation, a conversation for the meteorologists and climatologists. That's the word I was checking for. Conversation for the climatologists. It never rained, you know. This is what the Bible says, that all the days man was on the earth, not a drop of rain fell until the day of Noah. If you jump out of a religious frame of mind, you would strongly debate that, eh? Now, but anyway, the story says it never rained. And God told Noah, hey, it's going to rain, build an ark. Not necessarily a boat, you know, an ark. Now, yes, the story in our mind is a man that built a big ship, and 2 of every animals came from all over the world. 2 of every animals. And here it is. This is just 6,000 years ago. So if you understand the evolution of species, really, that's not a long time. So every species of everything you have here, and the things they still haven't found in Madagascar. Every day they're finding something new. They find some new animal, some new species or something. But 2 of every single thing left every part of the planet and went on Brother Noah's ship. Okay, listen, family, I don't even want to stay here too long. We already understand this is ancient science, deep symbolism of the creation, the recreation. This is why we connect that with the Naunet, the Nun, the Nu. Nu is Noah's name. That's his name in Arabic, Nu. The Quran referred to Noah as Nu. And Nu, as Brother Heru would have shown us when he came and sat with us here in the tiger's nest, he would have explained that the Nu creation story is the Noah creation story. Straight up. So that's why Noah built not just a ship, not just a boat. Yes, the boat and ship is nice for the story, the allegorical explanation, but for the deeper meaning, Noah, the God figure, because Noah is the God figure, he built an ark. That's why Noah, which is water, not necessarily means water, but which is water. Again, remember the story of Jonah. Must bring it in. And Jonah was in an ark too, a boat. He was thrown overboard. He represents Christ. He went into the beast for 3 days and 3 nights. And again, if you take the J out of Jonah, as we like to say, there was no J in Hebrew. Okay, well, take the J out of Jonah and just change the letters around. His name is Noah. Noah, again, Noah, because it's like a type, an archetype going through the different dimensions, going through the different seasons, going through the different ages, from one age to another age. It just cycles and happens again and again. The Osiris continually return, the Jonah, the Noah continually return. That's why when Christ came, he said that he's the Jonah that went into the belly of the fish for 3 days and 3 nights, in the sense of returning in that ancient spirit over and over again. So with clear understanding, my family, I just want you to get this properly. The ark represents the presence of God. So that's why Noah now, not Noah, well, yeah, that's why Noah went into an ark and the deluge came. Good. Moses, the next level of conversation, but Moses, burning bush, M-O-S-E-S. Read your Bible anytime the line is too long for the word or whatever the case is. They put M-O-S-E-S, says Moses, burning bush, face burning red. People can't even look at his face. Yeah, Moses. He was put on the water, not under the water. He was put on the water in a basket, right? No, who tell you that? Sunday school. Read the Bible properly. He was put in an ark and sent up the river in the ark. What kind of ark? Well, you see, this is what you see? Symbolism here, man. Deep symbolism, because going up the river now. Oh, man. And he was followed by his sister Miriam, which is very symbolic of water. So I'm just saying that quickly, not going to go too deep there, that the ark, the presence of the Almighty Eye. Now, when you observe again, even the description of the Ark of the Covenant, and you check ancient Kemet. Now, the Ark now, just as I said, there are different levels of the Ark, like the rainbow is an Ark within itself. But the Ark now, the chest, the box, the Ark, there's several arks. There's several arks. I can show you pictures of several arks, and that's the ark. Now, the Ark of the Covenant, I know it is strongly debated over. So when we show the picture of Emperor Haile Selassie before the ark, of course they don't say, I believe, I know Emperor, I know ark there, that's something they have wrapped up there. That's one of them other tablets there. Or something else, or some gift for some children. Look, they have the crowns on it. I think the rabbi himself would have explained the importance of these, and he spoke of Empress Menin being under one of these canopies as well. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful stuff here. But I'm showing you that before we get to the other arks, you can see the original angels with wings, by the way. I think everyone knows that ancient Kemet is just that, ancient. Now, although we're not buying the Moses in Egypt philosophy, as some people are still trying to promote, yeah, I'm talking Kemet, Kemet, as they call it, Egypt. But according to how the story is written, Moses grew up in Egypt, isn't it? All right. And he learned all the wisdom of Egypt. So the wisdom of Egypt, look at here, obviously would be older than Moses and what he produced. He was sent up the river. Isn't so the story goes? Because many believe that, isn't it? That is, Moses was in Kemet, and okay, all right, but he learned all the wisdom if you follow that theology there. I am being facetious to some degree here. So I'm showing you that the same knowledge then that Moses would have learned. Look at here. The angels, the beautiful sisters with their wings, the original angels. Not the fellas in the sky with the wings on their back. In fact, the original angels were sisters, period, in general. And I think this would be Aset and Nephthys, the goddesses that would have guarded even King Assar. So just as you see the angels on the ark putting forth their wings, is the same way you see the ancient angels on the hieroglyphs and on the different statues created also. And again, for those who talk about graven images, this is another thing. Some of us, we're too dogmatic and religious. I must, pardon me. Let me just, I must, just please allow me. We're too dogmatic and too religious. You're burning how much fire on ancient Kemet? How much fire on the statues and graven image? And the Bible says no graven image. But look at the Ark of the Covenant. Go and read it properly. As I highlighted in another program, go and check Solomon's temple, how he carved out images of the bull and the eagle and the ox and lion, all sorts of things, grapes and melon, everything carved out, when the same Bible, as you say you're not supposed to make no graven image of anything above the earth, beneath the earth, under the earth, all around the earth. Yeah, but the Ark of the Covenant, with the same commandment inside of the Ark. But how did Moses create the Ark here? And these angels with wings and head and face and nose well carved out images, but you're not supposed to make no image of nothing according to your interpretation of it. According to your interpretation of it, because that is what ones would be spewing. So I give thanks for allowing me to just touch upon that. So you see now the ark even in transport mode on another ark. And you still see, in this case, the vultures with their wings stretched out. So again, listen to me, good family. The point is here, without even dismissing the Ark of the Covenant as we know it. You don't have to. But you could see, obviously, that concept, be with me, you can see, obviously, that concept of an ark, a box with a stave being transported, has always existed. Pardon me. This is the chest of the god Tutankhamun, King Tutankhamun. Some may say he's not a god, he's a king. Fair enough. King Tutankhamun. Brother Heru would have given us the proper name, Baba Heru. I think it's Amen Tut, and I hope I'm correct, for he was once Ankh Aten Tut, yes. So we give thanks for these teachings. This is his ark, and it is considered an ark, and check the staves, very important, all the stars, and how it is built, very similar. Now hold on, check this. You have the Ark of Anpu. Now these are literal pictures of the literal thing. Eh? This is not a computer version of it. This is not Indiana Jones movie. This is not something created in Hollywood studios. This is from the Ancient of Days. Whatever your belief may be, you would agree. Let me say that again. Eh? Whatever your belief may be, you will agree, if you're honest, that the Ark of Anpu, which is obviously similar to some degree to this Ark of the Covenant, and even the Ark of Tutankhamun, which is a chest, but is similar even in dimension to the Ark of the Covenant, you must agree that both of these, which were located in the same place, are older than the Ark of the Covenant if we are to deal with it in the timeline that we've been given. as far as when it would have been created. All right, fair enough. Now, you see, the religious mind will get offended quick and say, oh, so what are you trying to say? Because I don't think like that personally. No, I don't think. I just showed you 2 arcs, and there's several arcs, different places across the earth, all in Iraq, Suma. They would have come across chests with staves. In fact, the authors that stress the staves, the golden stave, as I say, some may say staff, to keep up these arcs, and you see that replica all over. Because remember, the dimensions and the angles are very important. These are dynamos. These are what you would call like a Delco, generators, creating energy. The way that they are made, the material that they are made from, the design, the size, the height, the length, everything, follow me family, has been designed to harness the free energy that is naturally around us. Tetrahedron, you hear King Akibika sing about them things, haven't you? It's the free energy that is naturally around us. And depending on the mechanism that you create or the apparatus, it may look like a piece of big, block of gold, well designed with some stuff, but it's more than that. And again, that's why the staff or stave is important, because that dynamic alone would assist in drawing specific types of frequency. That's why you find it in the different quote-unquote arcs. And they are arcs because they are literally drawing electrical current. Now, this is why in the king's chamber of Khufu, follow me good, in the king's chamber of Khufu, when they check the dimensions of the coffer, as they call it. Somebody ran away with the lid, it looks like, isn't it, no? Because remember, this is said to be the tomb for Khufu. This is where he's going to be buried, or maybe he was buried there and somebody ran away with the body, whatever the case is, different theories. But the point is that this slab here, this coffer that was created, was built perfectly to fit the Ark of the Covenant. Now tell me, the same Ark of the Covenant, if you deal with it by dimension, so in other words, Emperor Haile Selassie would be a perfect fit in that same king's chamber coffer too. Remember, we're dealing with the Pyramid of Giza, the most prophetic monument ever built. I don't think there's anything that, and there's nothing that is anything, no book neither, to me, that has the prophetic power and just the power in general as the Great Pyramid of Giza. It is truly the wonder of the world. I'm telling you, and the created earth, what has been created by human beings. The resident aliens, I and I. Selassie, Rastafari. So I'm showing you that this great prophetic pyramid, of course, we're not going. You see, that's why we do the programs like that. A person may be listening saying, wow, I didn't know the pyramid was so deep. I wonder what else about the pyramid. Never really hearing it first time. Yeah. Yeah, family, I encourage everybody, just check our YouTube channel. I encourage everyone, subscribe to the Tiger's Nest radio program. I encourage everyone, visit our website. Again, priestisaacinstitute.com. Visit priestisaacinstitute.com. Visit our shop area and patronize us as it relates to the merchandise that you see. Our books, our webinars. We have a set of webinars. I would like to highlight to you the living gods of Kemet. It is a 3-part webinar, my beloved family. 3-part webinar dealing with the living gods of Kemet, specifically rulers of the ancient land who embodied the spirit of the feathered snake, the spirit of the ever-living deep seminar, which we call a webinar. I would encourage you to visit our website, my family, and observe those webinars and our books. The heavens declare the glory, the Anu, ancient and modern, and of course the true biblical land of Israel. You know, I'm just saying, you see, that's why we have created these webinars, documentaries, of course, the Night of the Black Tiger, Pedimek, and other things, so that when we are on these subject areas, it's as if you're just floating through the stream. You know, because a lot of what we're passing on the sidelines is what we would have covered already with good understanding. But again, new ones are always coming in, and we appreciate of that. And we are just straight off, before we even go too deep, showing them where they can add to the knowledge that they're getting, and you know, more of what they're seeking. Visit the YouTube page, family. Spend a day on it and just browse through, you know, see what you have never seen, and get more information, you know, on different subject areas. Okay, beautiful. We're doing good. You're just coming in, we're doing great. Don't just watch the video now and say, oh yeah, man, the priest on, and cock back and no. Start it from the beginning. In fact, no, stay with us now. But when it's done, start over again. This is not the entertainment show. Start over. Get it from the beginning and understand the richness of what we're bringing forward. So the Ark of the Covenant now, for those who are just coming in, we've been highlighting the different arks, literal arks too, and structures built like the ark, even people of the size of the ark, you know, and the rendition of the ark seen from Ancient of Days, and of course again highlighting the angels on the ark. So the point is that the Ark of the Covenant as a structure and as a concept at the time that it was built was not a new concept at all. Even the structure, everything I show you here, that's the size of the ark, was before the ark, you know. The Great Pyramid of Giza is the most dynamic monument, and we all know, especially if you would have studied the work of Dunn, that for sure the Great Pyramid is a dynamo, a generator, just like what? The Ark. So it's no surprise that the Ark can just fit right into the king's chamber coffer, because it's an ancient understanding, family, the dimensions, the material, even though, although in different cases you have different structures that may be made from one material and something else made from another. But listen to this. Remember, we were just doing a program the other evening on megaliths. And what did the scientist say? He was saying that when you find megaliths of a specific structure, like in an hinged form, in a circular form, or even in a dolmen form, they attract electromagnetic energy, yes. The telluric energy that comes from the ground of the earth, yes. But depending on the type of stone, depending on the material that it's made from, that would enhance the energy and enhance the power. and enhance, what you get from the grid. Deep, deep vibes, family. This is what we deal with here on the Tiger's Nest. Meditation, understanding. So it gives, so this is not you believe in the ark and you don't believe in the ark, we're not on them levels there. No, family, please don't be offended. This is not the place for them kind of discussion. If you believe, yes or no, answer me yes, and we're not doing that at all. You see how we building this up. So again, it gives respect to, again, the concept of the ark is way before the ark that Indiana Jones was looking for. And it doesn't mean because you find proof of, quote unquote, the ark before the ark, mean the ark that you've been told of is fake, neither. It just shows you it's a continuation of an ancient science, that's all. We all know that the Bible, and I'm not talking of King James now, even the Ethiopian Bible, which we cherish and love, we all know that the Bible as Bible was from the Septuagint, 285 BCE. And we know the Septuagint came straight from the Kemetic walls. We know, we've gone through this several times. So I think we are sure there. And again, for the newer ones, just continue to watch and go forward and watch some of those works we would have done before. Just type in Septuagint, Priest Isaac, Septuagint, and several videos would show up dealing with that subject by itself. So yeah, so the Septuagint was taken from the Kemetic scrolls. We know that for sure. All right. But you have to keep in mind now, even them same Kemetic scrolls. Remember, first you had the pyramid text. And then the pyramid text came into, if you want to say, evolved into the coffin text. And then the coffin text into you have the Parhem Heru and different levels of creation story. The point I'm making is that throughout the different generations and millennia, if I may say, you have different texts appearing. Even God's names would have changed, but with the same characteristic. A new dynastic time come, a new God appear, but it's basically the old God with a different name because it's just one God. It's a deep science, But so not because you have a new text arising maybe with a different name and a slightly different story. We all appreciate that it's handed down. It all came from the pyramid text, which went into the coffin text, which went into the Parhem Heru, which went into other books. We have the Shabaka stone, which is one of the creation stories. So I'm just saying that to say that even when it came down to the ancient Bible, like the Ethiopian Bible then, in the same way that you have the same books coming down the line, but with the similar theme, that is what the ancient Ethiopian Bible is. The same book that is translated into what we play around with today. Well, not directly, it went through a few things. I mean, the Bible issue is the next issue by itself. The story, the history, and that's a deep subject area all by itself. But really, my point is the Ark of the Covenant. Not the Bible, not the Parhem Heru, the Ark of the Covenant. My point is that if we can just erase the dogmatic thinking, we could understand and respect that the Ark of the Covenant, just like the other arks that we showed you, and there are more, it's just one. You don't have to feel no way. It's just one of several of these box-like structures. Some move, some obviously don't move, but they all do a similar thing. They harness energy. It's only a religious mind going to say, no, I don't believe in that. It's my one thing I believe in, the Ark and this Ark of Moses. And by the way, since Jesus come, that Ark is no, that's not what we're talking about. We're talking a deep science here with understanding. So the Ark of the Covenant itself, Of course, there's a whole story behind that, wherein how it would have reached to Ethiopia. And I'm saying, family, I know many ones are quick to, you know, well, again, enter the conversation of what they believe and what they don't believe and X, Y, Z. But outside of just being scholarly now, just a level of common sense. Hear me good. There's one thing I still hold fast to, is that I know the Ethiopians are not liars. They have a saying, 6 million Frenchmen can't lie. Well, I don't know about that. But I know the Ethiopians are going to tell me the truth. Herodotus said that Ethiopians don't lie. That might be one of the few truths he ever said. Yeah. But the Ethiopians have a rich history that has been handed down from a very long time. Now, let me say here, in the church at Axum, something is in there. You can't twist my arm to believe that the Ethiopians make this up and they don't tell nobody, nothing really in here, something in there. There's something inside of the church. And I'm purposely using that language to get to a point. The word is that the Ark of the Covenant is in there, right? Good. I am purposely speaking like this. Something is in there. I want us to go to the most clearest of understanding so we can think rationally. The Ethiopia is not going to just lie to us. Something inside there. So whatever is inside there, where did it come from? I have some New Age brethren that think that Britain would have put Haile Selassie on the throne and Victoria, and I even hear some bubble talking that too, you know, but I have some brethren that deep in that thing there. And I'm not speaking of my brother Iser or Kwame, I know you might say. In fact, let me be clear, talking of my brethren, Ras Mike, who I would have interviewed a couple of times there. So are we to believe that the colonialists would have come and maybe get some lumber and build a box and paint it gold and say, hey, you see this? This is your Ark of the Covenant, just wrap it up in the sheet. And from now on, you tell people this story. Let me show you the story here. You read this story here, we made this story up for you. Make sure you tell people that this is the real Ark of the Covenant, Moses. Come on, man, no. Where did they get duped? Come on, no. Whether you agree or not, these people are sincerely guarding something inside that church that they believe is the Ark of the Covenant. Hold on, just listen to me. Now, their record what they've been recording, what they have written down, their record shows that what they have inside of that church was on the island of Lake Tana. It was at Gondar and it was at Lalibela. We're talking of hundreds of years of movement for this artifact here. Whether it was electrocuting people or not, I don't know. But for sure, it would have been on the move. And again, I'm going to this on a very just common sense family. The Ethiopians must be credited for keeping their history, Rasta. even to the point that they still live in a lot of it. A lot of the things we see on glyphs, the Ethiopians up the River Nile still live in it. And more than anyone else, I think, yeah, more than anyone else, they would have preserved the history. I'm talking of in Africa too. They would have preserved the history from a long time. Now, I just showed the family that the arc vibration is not a narrow-minded thing. This is how I want you to leave the conversation. The arc concept is not a narrow-minded thing. I will repeat. Before the ark of the covenant, there were other arks. We identified some of them tonight. Some mobile, some stable. You find them in different parts of the earth. You see glyphs in different parts of the earth. Even the Mayan and the Olmec civilization, them carrying a box with the staff or the staves. What? The ark. We highlight the dimensions and what it does. This is just an ancient thing. So there were several of these arks. That's my point. So if Ethiopia have one of the arks, hey, hold on, look at ark here, Tutankhamun ark. And I'm sure he had more than that, because the ark of Anpu was found in his temple. Ptah have an ark, and the ark of Ursa Ma'at Rasetepen Ramesu Meri Aman. And then when you go to the place they are in Asia and Iran, and that fella the Cyrus and these ones, they have the arks, because they would have obviously tried to manipulate or imitate, I should say, the world that was more ancient to them. That's all. It's just like somebody come and see you build a house and say, wow, let me build one like it. I would like it to be just like yours. Maybe the way you build your house, the sunshine enters in such a way that it illuminates the room, and the type of glass or window pane that you put up and the paint that you use. You know, you may be an interior designer and you just have that skill to get what you want. And someone comes and said, I want that. They got to do what you do and they will get the results. It's the same thing. The ancient people understood how to harness the energy. Don't get lost in the religion. The ancient people understood how to harness the energy. Don't get too dogmatic, Rasta. It's just a box. Yeah, straight up. As you can see, the box would have fit into a more ancient box that's a part of a whole pyramid. The apex of it, where the energy is coming through the crown. So again, in sealing up, the ancient concept is just that. It's an ancient concept. The concept of this box, it may be made of different material in different places. It may be made from mahogany, shittim wood with the gold, may have diamond tips somewhere else, made from granite stone somewhere else. It all has to do with the type of energy that the engineers and the experts that created it wanted to harness. And for it to fit into the pyramid block, you had to take out the stars, the staves, by the way. So you could understand again, family, and don't lose the energy that you could observe, even though you may not see the ark itself that you read about as such. It's obvious that even in dimension, not just dimension, but the way that it is expressed, the angels with the wings, is exactly what we see in ancient Africa over the same ark. So here you have the ark, And here you have the angels with the wings, over the ark, just like the angels with the wings over the ark. So let us not be closed-minded. Let us be very open-minded, family, as it relates to the reality of what is taking place around us. So as I said, this is really to somewhat kind of prime us for the conversation next day, because I want to bring in the Ark of the Covenant, the reality of it. I would put on the table, of course, the importance of the Ark in relation to the Kebra-Nagast story itself. I would also put on the table the importance of the Ark of the Covenant just to Ethiopia and its rich history. And I think I will also be portraying this picture. This itself might just take up most of the conversation, because as I said, there are those who will just clearly say, well, they don't believe in Moses, they don't believe in the Ark of the Covenant, so they don't believe this is the Ark of the Covenant and the whole works and XYZ. But as I said, we are graduating. Well, we have graduated a long time from them levels for sure, but we are hoping that many ones are now graduating from that mind frame, because all what you know and the knowledge you're gaining is for you, and for whoever you pass it on to. So it's not to entertain nobody else or show no one what you know and make people feel good because you agree with them and all of that foolishness. No, please don't stifle yourself like that at all. Just sit back, relax, learn, study. If you think you can teach. You don't have to be in no rush, in no hurry. Don't make no religious, nobody tell you gotta hurry up before you die or whatever, none of them things. You just be genuine and honest to yourself. Once you know you're not playing yourself, you got to be good with the universe. Remember, the universe is the rest of you. Give thanks to the life giver and the keeper of life. Remember, family, it is almost the 1st of July. Almost the 1st of July. And remember, the 1st of July specifically will be, well, not necessarily the deadline, but that will be the time where it comes to an end. That is when you can get the course. I'm talking about the Astronomy course now, not the ancient astronomy course, but the ancient Astronomy course. Remember, for sure, you could get that course now. That is the studycation, as you will be visiting us here in Antigua on the 6th of November. Remember, that course itself is only $1,088. Remember, you're coming up the Green Castle Hills, several days and nights of studying the rocks, literally studying, not just watching them now, studying the rocks, the alignment with the specific stars and constellations. Yes, but this would be also incorporated with the classroom sessions that you would be doing with us. So just visit the website. You'll get more information on that. And of course, as I said, we have 3 specific dates where you could get more economical price for the course. So beginning with a few days from now, the 1st of July, if you have already made up your mind that I'm coming to Antigua for the 6th of November and I want to get my certificate, it's going to be a wonderful time. I want my studycation. Well, I'm telling you, the course will only cost you $581 if you get it before the 1st of July, $581. Remember, the course in general is $1,088. A beautiful, beautiful price, $1,088 for the full course. Everything, just $1,088. But I'm saying if you enroll before the 1st of July, a few days from today, you get it for $581. And then if you enroll before the 1st of October, not October, pardon me, August, 1st of August, 1st of Marcus, 1st of August, you will get it for $688. And if you enroll before the 1st of September, I think you get it for $881, if I'm not mistaken. It's right there on the website. And of course, the 1st of October is what they call the deadline, but that's the ceiling day. And of course, $1,088, and the semester begins on the 6th of November. Remember, there are a lot of add-ons from island tours to hikes, to the beach, to your meals, your vegan food supply. Of course, your accommodations. You would have to obviously take care of your ticket and however, or your yacht if you're sailing your yacht here, however you're getting here. So you need to contact us to get more information, to see exactly what's available. You could get a first-hand view of where you would be staying if you decide to come with us, for sure, and get an idea of the type of meals you will be served, because of course it will be a holistic experience if you desire. As I told you before, if you just come for the class alone, it is up to you. If you're here in Antigua and it's just the class you want, that's okay, it's all right. You don't have to have the add-on, but people are coming here from Switzerland. People are coming here from Nairobi. People are coming here from Dallas. You don't want to, yes, you're going to go up the Green Castle Hill. That alone is an exciting adventure, but you're going to want to see what else is there to do here. So it's going to be a wonderful vacation, staycation. So family, visit the website and definitely go through the courses, and you'll be able to enroll and get the early bird savings, as they would say. Hey, remember family, this is the Tiger's Nest. This is a program that comes to you every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, right here on Radio Anu, the international flavor, the universal spice. If you are not a subscriber, subscribe to the program so you never miss another episode again. That don't mean you're going to get a notification. It means that when the program is done, we send the program to you and you get it in your inbox via the email so you can listen to it on your own time. That's easy, and it's very, very inexpensive. Like each program come down to like 22 cents or something per program. I'm telling you, yeah, if you take a year's package, beautiful stuff. And as you can see, this is a teaching experience. So we give thanks for your presence with us, family. As I said, just email us, preciseinstitute@gmail.com, and let me know that, hey, my brother, I would like to be a subscriber to the Tiger's Nest. Let me tell your family, if you know your Bible, and you do not know your history, the knowledge of your Bible will definitely become a mystery. And of course, it takes some real eyes to realize the real lies that are amongst us. Holy Emmanuel I, Selassie I, Jah, Rastafari. Blessed God.
Welcome everyone, I'm Isaac Kaleji and this is Africa Matters. From political prisoner to president in less than 2 weeks. That's a remarkable turnaround of 44-year-old Bassirou Diomaye Faye, who is set to become Senegal's and Africa's youngest democratically elected head of state, and he's promising change and a break with the past. Bassirou Diomaye Faye is pledging to govern with humility and transparency. He enters the top job as a relatively unknown politician. So let's take a look at what we know about him. Faye was born on March 25, 1980, to a family of farmers from Indiaganiayo, a small town about 100 kilometers from the capital, Dakar. He graduated with a master's degree in law in 2004. But it was during his time as a tax inspector that he met Ousmane Sonko, Senegal's top opposition leader. In 2014, both men founded the now disbanded Pastef Party, where Faye rose to the #2 position of General Secretary. He lost his bid to become mayor in his hometown just 2 years ago. He was then charged last year with defamation and other offenses over a Facebook post critical of the government. And thanks to an amnesty law introduced this year, Faye and his political mentor, Sonko, were freed on March 14th, just 10 days to the election that secured him a stunning first-round presidential victory. Faye has vowed to shake up the political establishment through policies such as renegotiating oil and gas contracts and reforming the regional currency CFA francs. And this is what he says is on his priority list.
In view of the urgency of the situation and the hope placed on us, we will work relentlessly and methodically on priority projects, the most important of which we consider to be national reconciliation and rebuilding the foundations of our way of life together, the rebuilding of institutions, a significant reduction in the cost of living, and inclusive sectoral national consultations on the evaluation and relaunch of public policies.
And the Senegalese people are hoping that Faye will swiftly deliver sweeping reforms that will change their lives, not least to create jobs for the millions of young people who propelled him to power. Maimouna Ba went to the streets of the capital Dakar to find out what their expectations are for the new president.
We are expecting him to consider the plight of the youth, especially creating many jobs that would make the youth thrive in various fields. We also want him to change the judiciary system to eliminate the possibility of an individual becoming a dictator. The youth believe he can execute the job. I'm emphasizing once again, he should listen to the youth.
We want the president-elect to focus